going to an event and I'm going to be bringing a fresh peach pie. I've got beautiful, beautiful peaches off my tree. So I'm going to go ahead and make the crust. I've got several videos of me making a perfect pie crust. I'm going to link one of those above. But today I'm going to be showing you how I make a fresh peach pie. To this recipe, we're going to add, we're going to add 3 tablespoons of flour. Then we're going to be putting in some sugar, 2/3 of a cup. We're going to put in 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. Actually, I'm going to put in 2 of those. And I've already put the lemon juice in the bottom in the form of an ice cube. It will melt while I'm getting everything else here ready. Excuse me, but I'm going to go ahead and just stir this up real quickly with my hands. It's really just got to be tossed together. This is kind of a small bowl for this, but it'll work. It'll be fine. We just want to get the flour incorporated with the sugar. Now, these peaches are super, super sweet. I actually just picked them. Well, half of them I had in the refrigerator already, so they were picked yesterday. And half of them I actually went out and picked right while I was in the middle of this. So the nice part about that, while I was peeling them, they were warm and oh my gosh, it was just amazing. So I don't want to break these peaches up any more than I have to, so I'm going to go ahead and leave them just like this. And even though I didn't show you how to make the crust, I am going to just, roll it out while we're here. It'll be real easy, quick, and to the point. Now, I did a 2-pie crust for a 9-inch pie, and I've had my crust sitting in the refrigerator for about 15 minutes resting. I'm just going to cut that in half, just like that. We'll save the topping, and then we're going to go ahead and just roll this crust out. And this is going to be so good. Now, this is not on my diet, but most of the people at the dinner are not going to be on a diet, and it's a birthday, so I know there's already going to be cake, but nobody's going to have fresh peach pie right off their tree. So we're going to go ahead and roll out the bottom crust just like this. And if you've never attempted a crust before, don't be afraid of it. There's really very little that could go wrong. Even if you end up with holes in the middle of it or what have you, you can always patch it up and nobody's ever gonna know. So I don't worry about it. it's not quite round, make it round. And like I said, we just want it to fit a 9-inch pie pan, so we're just gonna get this thing moving here, just like this. This looks really good. So here's my pan. I'm just gonna fold that over in half, put this right on top. See, I made a little boo-boo, but I'm gonna show you how I fixed that. It's no big deal. So I am just gonna get this crust all along the edging here. I got my kitchen scissors. I'm just gonna cut along like a 1/2 inch around the crust, just so it's all even when I tuck it in and make my edging. See how easy this is? So all I'm gonna do now, I've got a little piece here that's a little thin, no big deal. I've got one over here I'm gonna add a little bit more to as well. Now I'm just going to tuck my crust under. Actually, I'm gonna wait because I'm gonna do the top part. I'll tuck the whole thing in. So we're gonna go ahead and add our peaches to our pie. Make sure you got peaches on every piece of the pie. A lot of people kind of dome it up in the middle, but when I get a piece of pie, I want to have a piece of pie. I don't want to, you know, the dome up in the middle. I want to make sure every bite has a peach in it. And so now all we're going to do is put a little bit more flour down on our table here. I'm a very sloppy cook today for some reason. I don't know why. I've got my top part on the crust, on my pie. So all I'm gonna do is take the edge. I want you to be able to see this here. I'm just gonna take this edge and roll it up under all the way around my pie. Both pieces of the crust. We're just gonna tuck them around the edge. See how that looks? All right, and now I'm just gonna take my finger and I'm just gonna make a little indentation in each one of these, just like this. This is what I really like, this edging on the crust. It's usually what I make. Although any, you know, edge that you do, if you prefer to use a fork or, you know, what have you. By tucking that bottom in, we're probably still gonna get some spillage, but I just like to, you know, try to tuck it under a little bit so that it holds that peach pie mixture in there, because it's gonna start bubbling, it's gonna start, you know, doing its thing when it cooks. And so now all I'm gonna do is just cut some little holes in it, just like this. I wanna be able to have it vent. I'm gonna take a little piece of this crust here, and this is just something I do. It's just kind of a little signature thing for me. I'm gonna take a little piece of crust, and all I'm gonna do is cut out the shape of a little peach. And sometimes that's easier said than done, but that's what we're gonna do today. Just get a little peach here. And then I'm gonna use a little bit of egg wash on this. I'm gonna throw it in the oven. We're just gonna brush a little bit of this egg wash all over the top of the pie. This will help give it that really beautiful golden brown color that everybody really loves. Now what I do, one last step, I put just a little sprinkle of sugar right over the top of this. Now I'm gonna put this on top of a pan, and I'm gonna let this cook at 425, and I'm gonna do it for about 15 minutes. Then I'm gonna drop it down to 350, and then I'm gonna cook it until it's done, probably about another 35 to 45 minutes. Well, my peach pie is done. Let me show you how it came out. So it's nice and brown and flaky on the top. You can see some of this peach mixture started kind of oozing out of the top. That's exactly why we had the little slits that we made. And if you look all around the pie, none of it really came out of the sides at all because we tucked that crust along the edge of our pie. So I would say this pie came out just perfect. I'm really happy with it. So I'm gonna let this cool for about 20 minutes and then I'm gonna head off to my party. This pie is not Trim Healthy Mama approved, so I am probably not going to be having a piece of it tonight. I have a really strong goal to try to hit 2 pounds off by next week, so I'm gonna pass on the pie. But I hope everybody else enjoys it. Don't be afraid to make pies or crust or anything like that. It's not as hard as it looks. It's actually pretty easy if you just follow the simple directions. So thanks for watching me today. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel. Give me a like, a thumbs up, or ring that bell for future notifications, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.